King Edward's VI College, Centre number 20570, Theatre Studies Unit 2, performance of The Physicists. My name is Isaac Milne, my candidate number is 0892 and I play Johann Wilhelm Mobius.
My name is Becky Wallace, my candidate number is 1367 and I play Sister Bar.
My name is Jenny May Hadley, my candidate number is 0510 and I play Fraulein Dr. Bonsai.
My name is Sam Whitehouse, my candidate number is 151406 and I play Sir Isaac Newton and Wilfrid Casper.
My name is Alice Grove, my candidate number is 0496 and I play Inspector Vass and Jorg Lucas.
My name is Jodie Paul, my candidate number is 1035 and I play Frau Rose and Nurse Irene Stroud.
My name is Amra Hyland Moran, my candidate number is 0579 and I play the Police Doctor and Nurse Monica.
My name is Ryan Owen White, my candidate number is 0978 and I play Einstein, Blotcher and Hare Rose.
Not usual. Oh, beg your pardon. Cup of tea? Oh, no brandy. You're in a medical establishment.
Then nothing. What was the nurse's name?
Irene Stroud.
Age?
22, to full name.
Relatives?
Brooklyn Liechtenstein.
Informed.
By telephone.
The murderer?
Please, Inspector, this woman's ill, you know. Well, the assailant. Ernst Heinrich Ernesti. We call him Einstein. Why? Because he thinks he's Einstein.
The strangled doctor? Quite definitely.
With the flex of the standard lab, these madmen often have gigantic reserves of strength.
Oh, is that so? Well, in that case, I consider it most irresponsible to leave these madmen in the care of female nurses. This is the second murder.
Please, Inspector.
The second accident. Within 3 months at this medical establishment, called Les Cerisier. On the 12th of August, a certain Herbert George Buehler, who believes himself to be the great physicist Sir Isaac Newton, strangled Dorothea Moser, a nurse. And in this very room. If you'd had male attendance, such a thing never would have happened.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Nurse Moser was a member of the League of Lady Wrestlers. And Nurse Stroud was district champion of the National Judo Association.
And what about you?
Weightlifter.
I'd like to speak to the murderer.
Please, Inspector.
I mean the assailant.
He's playing his fiddle.
He's doing what?
Can't you hear him?
Well, then kindly request him to stop. I have some questions that I need to ask him.
Certainly not.
And why not?
I can't allow it on medical grounds. Her Ernestine must play his fiddle and play it now.
But damn it, the man's just strangled a nurse.
Inspector!
glad, really very glad, truly. I heard noise here, groans and gurglings, and then people coming and going. May I inquire what's just been going on?
Oh, no struggles with strangled.
The district champion of the National Judo Association. Gruesome.
By Ernst Henrik Ernesti.
But he's playing his fiddle.
He has to calm himself down.
How did he...
Oh, with the cord of standard lamp.
With the cord of the standard lamp? Yes, that's another. Poor Ernesty. I'm sorry for him. Now you have to excuse me, I must put things straight.
Oh, do.
I simply can't stand this all. Really, it was my love of order that made me become a physicist. To interpret the apparent disorder of nature in the light of a more sublime order. Will you disturb me if I smoke?
Oh, on the contrary, I was just thinking.
Excuse me, but we were talking about order just now. So I must tell you that patients are allowed to smoke and they would not.
I see.
Will it disturb you if I have a little brandy?
No, not at all.
That poor Ernesty. I'm really upset. How on earth could anyone bring themselves to strangle a nurse?
I believe you strangled one yourself.
Did I?
Nurse Dorothy Eliza?
The ladies.
On the 12th of August with the curtain cord.
Oh, but that was something quite different, Inspector. I'm not mad. Your hand.
I went off.
Dorothea Mose didn't pass my mind. She loved me and I loved her. It was a dilemma that could only be resolved by the use of the curtain.
Dilemma.
My mission is to devote myself to the problems of gravitation, not the physical requirements of.
What?
Besides, there's quite tremendous differences in our age.
Well, granted, you must be well on the wrong side of 200.
How do you mean?
Well, being Sir Isaac Newton.
Inspector, do you really think that I am Sir Isaac Newton?
Don't you?
Inspector, may I tell you a secret?
Of course.
What is this? I'm not Sir Isaac Newton. I pretend to be.
What for?
So as not to confuse poor Ernesty. He thinks he's Albert Einstein.
What has that got to do with you?
Well, the first thing to find out is that I'm the real Albert Einstein. Well, hell would be let loose.
Do you mean to say?
I do. I am he, the celebrated physicist and discoverer of the theory of relativity. When March 14, 1879, this is all.
How do you do?
Just call me Al. Let's sit down, shall we? Inspector,
Yes.
you're cross with me, aren't you?
But Albert.
Is it because I strangled that nurse? Because it was I who paved the way for the atomic bomb?
But Albert.
When you work that switch by the door, what happens?
The light turns
You
on.
establish an electrical contact. Do you understand anything about electricity?
No physicist.
I don't understand much about it either. I do is elaborate a theory about it from the basis of natural observation. I write down this theory in the mathematical idiom and obtain several formulae. Then the engineers, they don't care about anything except the formula. They treat electricity as a pimp, treat some whore, simply exploit it. They build machines. And a machine can only be built when independent of knowledge that led to its invention. So, boom. Nowadays, you switch on the lights. We'll touch off the atomic bomb. And that's what you want to arrest me for, Inspector. It's not fair.
I don't want to arrest you.
It's all because you think I'm mad. Well, if you don't understand anything about electricity, why don't you refuse to turn on the light? It's you who are the criminal inspector. Now I must put my brandy on. If this ball comes, there'll be wigs on the green. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye, Albert.
Oh, Inspector, you're the one who should be arrested.
My father, August von Saar, Privy Councillor. He used to live in this villa before I turned it into a sanatorium. He was a great man, a real person. I was his only child. He hated me like poison. Indeed, he hated everyone like poison. Well, Newton has calmed down. In the end, I just flung himself on the bed Neat. Pretty little thing. Newton. Ah, yes, I had the pleasure of speaking to him. I bet him to the way.
Allow me.
On account of Sister Ball, you know. I know. Sir, you've had a talk with Sir Isaac. Yes, and I discovered something. Congratulations. Newton thinks he's really Einstein. That's what he tells everybody. But in fact, he does believe he is Newton. Are you sure? It is I who decide when my patients think they really are. I know them far better than they know themselves. Might be so. Well, in that case, you should cooperate with Fraulein Doctor. The authorities are complaining. The public prosecutor. Fuming. As if it were my business, but 2 murders. Please. 2 accidents within 3 months. You must admit that the safety precautions in your establishment would seem inadequate. What safety precautions have you in mind, Inspector? I'm the director of a medical establishment, not a reformatory. One can't very well lock murderers up before they have committed their murders, can one? It's not a question of murderers, but of madmen. And they can commit murders at any time. So can the same. And significantly, a lot more often. What age do you think you're living in? Has medical science made great advances or not? Have we resources at our disposal? Drugs that can transform madmen into the gentlest of lambs? Must we start putting the mentally sick into solitary confinement again? Hung up in nets? I shouldn't wonder. With boxing gloves on as they used to. As if we couldn't distinguish between dangerous patients and harmless ones. Well, you weren't much good at distinguishing between them in the cases of Ernesti and Bupa. Unfortunately. No. That's what disturbs me. Not the fuming of your public prosecutor.
I just walk out!
Oh, Professor!
Did I play well?
Beautifully, Professor.
What about Nurse
Don't
Amy?
give it another thought. Professor.
I'm going back to bed.
Yes, do, Professor. That was him. Yes, Ernst Heinrich Ernesti. The murderer. Please! The inspector. The one who thinks he's Einstein. And when was he brought in? 2 years ago. And Sir Isaac Newton? 1 year ago. Both included. Look here, boss. I'm no beginner. God knows this sort of thing. You know that, and so does the public prosecutor. These incidents could not have been foreseen. You or I would be just as likely to strangle a nurse. No! Medically speaking, there is no explanation for what has happened. Unless, Inspector, haven't you noticed something? What do you mean? Consider these 2 patients. Yes, they're both physicists. Nuclear physicists. Well, Inspector, you really have a very unsuspecting mind. Talk to one side. Well, you don't think they would both do research on radioactive material. And you think the radioactivity affected their brains? I regret to say that is a possibility I must face up. What's on the other side of that wall? The green drawing room upstairs. And how many patients have you got here now? 3. Only 3. The rest were transferred to the new wing straight after the first incident. Fortunately, I was able to complete the building just in time. Rich patients contributed to the cost. So did my own relations. They all died off, one by one. Most of them in here. And I became sole inheritor. Destiny, boss. I am always sole inheritor. My family is so ancient. It's something of a miracle in medicine that I should be relatively normal. What about the 3rd patient? He's also physician. What's his name? Johann Wilhelm Möbius. And was he working with radioactive materials as well? No. Well, mine's he also, perhaps. He's been 15 years here. He's harmless. His conditions never change. Dr. Bonsand, you can't get away with it like that. The public prosecutor insists that your physicists have male attendants. They shall have them.
have my free physicists snatched away from me. They're my most interesting cases.
My decision is fine.
Well, I'd like to know where you're going to find female nurses. With the demand for them these days.
That is my problem. Leave it to me. Has Frau Mobius arrived yet?
She's waiting in the green drawing room.
Send her in.
Mrs. Dossier.
What? Thank you, Sister Bob. Thank you.
My dear Frau Mobius.
Rose. Frau Rose. It may come as an awful surprise to Fräulein Doctor, but 3 weeks ago I married Herr Rose, who is a missionary.
Congratulations, Frau Rose. Heartiest congratulations. And best wishes to you too, Herr Rose.
My boys.
Good afternoon, boys.
Fräulein Doctor, I have brought my boys here with me for a very good reason. Oscar has been given a post in the Marianas.
In the Pacific Ocean.
I thought it only proper that my boys should make their father's acquaintance before their departure. This is their one and only opportunity. They were still quite small when their father fell ill, and now perhaps they'll be saying goodbye forever.
Frau Rose, speaking as a doctor, I must say there might be some objections, but speaking as a human being, I understand your wish and gladly consent to a family reunion.
And how is my dear to Johann Wilhelm?
Dear Mobius shows signs neither of improvement nor relapse. Frau Rose, he's spinning his own little cocoon.
Does he know that does he know about the divorce?
He's been told the facts.
Did he understand?
He takes very little interest in the outside world anymore.
Well, then, Doctor, try and understand my position. I'm 5 years older than Johann Wilhelm. I first met him when he was a 15-year-old schoolboy in my father's house when he rented an attic room. I helped him through high school and later made it possible for him to read physics at the university. We got married on his 20th birthday, against my parents' wishes. We worked day and night. He was writing his dissertation and I took a job at the transport company. 4 years later, we had our eldest boy, Wilfried Casper, and then came your Lucas. But then Johann Wilhelm fell ill, and his illness swallowed up immense sums of money. To provide for my family, I went to work in a chocolate factory. For years, I worked my fingers to the bone.
Frau Rose, you are a brave woman.
And a good mother.
Well, Doctor, until now, I've made it possible for Johann Wilhelm to stay in your establishment. The fees are far beyond my means, but God came to my help time and time again. All the same, I am now, financially speaking, at the end of my tether. I simply cannot raise the extra money.
It's understandable, Frau Rose.
I'm afraid now you think I married Oscar, so as to get out of providing for Johann Wilhelm, but that is not so. Things will be even more difficult for me now. Oscar brings me 6 sons from a previous marriage.
6?
6. Oscar is the most zealous father, but now there are 8 boys to feed, and Oscar is by no means robust, and his salary is not high. My poor little Johann Wilhelm will have to go into a state institution now.
No, he won't, Frau Rose. Dear Mobius will stay up here, at the villa. You have my word. I'm not a monster.
You're so good to me, Fräulein Doctor.
Not at all. Frau Rose, not at all. There are such things as grants and bequests. Money is as thick as muck around here, and it's my duty as his doctor to pitchfork some of that in the direction of your dear little Johann Wilhelm. You can steam off to Mariana with a clear conscience. But now, let us have a word with Mobius himself. Our dear, good old Mobius. Dear Mobius, you have visitors. Now leave your visitors there for a moment and come in here.
Johann Wilhelm.
My dear old Mobius, you're not going to tell me that you don't even recognize your own wife?
My name's Wilfred Casper, Pappy. 14? 15? I should like to study philosophy.
Philosophy.
And this is your youngest boy, your Lucas, 14.
How do you do, Puppy?
How do you do, your Lucas, my youngest?
He's the one that takes after you the most.
I want to be a physicist, Puppy.
A physicist?
Yes, Puppy.
You mustn't, your Lucas. Not under any circumstances you get that idea right out of your head. I forbid it.
So you can physicist.
I never should have, your Lucas. Never. I wouldn't be in the madhouse now.
That is not right. You're having a little trouble with your nerves, and that's all.
No, Lena. The people say I'm mad, everybody. Even you and my boys too, because King Solomon appears to me.
Let me introduce Oscar Rose to you. Johann Wilhelm. He is my husband. Missionary.
Your husband? But I'm your husband.
Not anymore. My little Johann Wilhelm. Dr. Von Zahn told you, of course you did.
Husband?
And then I married Oscar. He has 6 boys of his own. He was a minister at Goodson, and now he's been in a post in the Marianas.
In the Marianas?
In the Pacific Ocean.
Well, I'm glad to have made the acquaintance of my boy's new father.
I have taken them to my bosom, Hermobius, both of them. God will provide. As the psalmist says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
I am glad my boys have found such an excellent new father. I have not been a satisfactory father to
No,
you. Pappy, and Lena has found a husband more worthy.
My little Johann Wilhelm.
I congratulate you. Heartiest congratulations.
We must be going soon.
Yeah, to the Marianas.
I mean, we must say goodbye to one another.
Forever.
Your sons, a remarkably musical Johann Wilhelm. They're very gifted players on their recorders. Come and play your coffee something for you. It's a parting present. Come and sit down. My little Johann Wilhelm. More feelings, boys, more expression.
I'd rather they didn't, please don't. For King Solomon's sake, please don't play anymore. Please don't play anymore! Please don't play more! Please!
Hermobius, King Solomon will rejoice to hear the piping of these innocent lads.
Herr Missionary, I have met Solomon face to face. He is no longer the great golden king. He has cast away his purple robe. Now here in my room he crouches, naked and stinking, the poor king of truth. And his psalms are horrible. Listen carefully, Herr Missionary. You love the words of the psalms, and you know them all by heart. Well, you can learn these by heart as well. A song of Solomon to be sung to the cosmonauts. We shagged off to outer space, to the deserts of the moon, found it in her dust. Right from the start, there were plenty that soundlessly shot their bolts out there, but most of them were cooked in the lead fumes of Mercury, were wiped out in the oil slugs of Venus. Even on Mars, we were wolfed by the sun, thundering, radioactive, yellow. Jupiter stank, an arrow-shaped, rotatory, methane mash, and he, the Almighty, slung over us till we spewed up our guts over Ganymede. Over Pluto and trans-Pluto fell the final dirty joke. We had long since mistaken the sun for Sirius, and Sirius for Canopus. Outcast, we cast out, up into the deep, towards a few white stars, which we never reached, anyhow. Long since mummified in our spacecraft, caked in filth, and in our death heads, no more memories of breathing earth.
But Herr Mervius.
And now get yourselves off to the Marianas.
Little Johann Wilhelm.
Get yourselves away, and quick about it, off to the Marianas with the whole pack of you. Get out of here for good and all. I never want to see you again. You have insulted King Solomon, made you sink and rot in the blackest hole of the sea, forgotten by God and man!
We're alone now. Your family can't hear you anymore.
Yes, of course. Was I pardoned?
What?
I had to speak truth.
Obviously.
I got worked up.
You were putting it on.
So you saw through me?
I've been looking after you for 2 years now.
Alright. I wish I was just pretending to be that.
Why?
So that I could say goodbye to my wife and sons forever.
Why in such a dreadful way?
No, it was the humane way. If you're in a madhouse already, the only way to get rid of the past is to behave like a madman. And now they can forget me with a clear conscience. My performance finally cured them of ever wanting to see me again. The consequences for myself are unimportant. Life outside this establishment is all that counts. And that has cost money. For 15 years, liveliness has been paying out monstrous sums. And an end had to be put to all that. This is a favourable moment. King Solomon has revealed what was to be revealed. And my wife has found a new husband. A good man, through and through. You should feel reassured now, nurse. Everything is in order.
You had it all planned.
I am a physicist.
Herr Nervius,
Yes, sir?
I have something to tell you.
Well,
It concerns both of us.
let's sit down.
We must say goodbye to one another too. And forever.
What has happened?
I'm being transferred to the main building. From tomorrow, the patients here will be supervised by main attendants. Nurses won't be allowed to enter the villa anymore.
Nurse Monica, I don't know what to say. I've forgotten how to express my feelings. Talking shop with the two sick men I know with can hardly be called conversation. And I feel I may have dried up on the inside as well. Yet, you ought to know that for me, everything has been different since I got to know you. It's been more bearable these 2 years during which I was happier than before. Because through you, Nurse Monica, I found the courage to accept being shut away, to accept the fate of being a madman. Goodbye.
Herr Nervius, I don't think you are mad.
Neither do I. But that does not alter my position in any way. It is my misfortune that King Solomon appears to me, and in the realm of science, there is nothing more repugnant than a mirror.
Herr Nervius, I believe in this miracle.
You believe in it,
I believe in King Solomon.
and that he appears to
And
me,
that he appears to you.
and that he dictates the secrets of nature to me, how all things connect, the principle of universal
I
discovery.
believe all that. And if you were to tell me that King David and all his court appeared before you, I should believe that too. I simply know that you're not sick. I can feel it.
Nurse Monica, get out of here.
I'm staying.
I never want to speak to you again.
You need me. Apart from me, you have no one left in all the world, not one single person.
It is fatal to believe in King
I
Solomon.
love you.
I love you too. But that is why we're in danger, because we love one another.
I woke up again! I suddenly remembered.
Now, Herr Professor,
I strangled Nurse Irene.
try not to think about it, Herr Professor.
Will I ever again be able to play my violin with these hands?
You were playing it just now.
There I hope.
The Kreutzer Sonata, while the police were here.
So what's up? Well, thank God for that. All the same, I dislike playing the fiddle. And I dislike this pipe too. It's foul!
Then give them up.
I can't give them up! Not if I'm Albert Einstein! Are you two in love?
We are?
Nurse Irene and I were in love too. She would have done anything for me. I warned her. I shouted at her. I treated her like a dog. I wanted to run away before it was too late. vain she stayed. She wanted to take me away into the country, to Kozak. She wanted to marry me. She even obtained permission for the wedding from Fraulein Dr. von Sant herself. Then I strangled her. For no cycling. In all the world, there is nothing more absurd than a woman's frantic desire for self-sacrifice.
Go and lie down again, Herr Professor.
You may call me Albert.
Be sensible now, Albert.
And you'll be sensible too, nurse. Obey the man you love and run away from him, or you're lost. I'm going back to bed.
That poor, confused creature.
Well, he must have convinced you finally of the impossibility of remaining in love with me.
You're not mad.
It would be wiser for you and you to treat me as if I were. Make your escape now. Go on, leave, clear off, or I'll treat you like a dog myself.
Why can't you treat me like a woman?
Come here, Monica. I've not kept King Solomon's appearances to myself, and now he is making me atone for it, for life. But you will not be punished for what I did. In the eyes of the world, you're in love with a man who's mentally sick. You're simply asking for trouble. Leave this place, forget me. That would be the best thing for us both.
Don't you want me?
Why do you speak like that?
I want to sleep with you. I want to have children by you. I know I'm talking quite shamelessly, but why won't you look at me? Don't you find me attractive? I know. These nurses' uniforms are hideous. I hate my profession. For 5 years, I've been looking after sick people out of love for my fellow beings. I sacrificed myself. But now I want to sacrifice myself for one person alone. To exist for one person alone, and not for everyone all the time. I want to exist for the man I love. For you. I'll do anything you ask. Work for you day and night, only you can't send me away.
Monica, I must send you
Don't
away.
you feel any love for me?
I love you, Monica! Good God, I love you.
Then why do you betray me? And not only me, you say King Solomon appears to you. Why do you betray him too?
Monica, you can think what you like of me. I'm a weakling, all right? I am unworthy of your love. But I've always remained faithful to King Solomon.
Are you sure?
Do you doubt it?
I think you have to atone because you have not kept his appearances secret. Perhaps it is because you do not stand up for his revelations.
I don't follow.
He dictates to you the principle of universal discovery. Why won't you fight for that principle?
Because after all, people still regard me as a
Why
madman.
can't you show more spirit?
In my case, to show more spirit would be a crime.
Johann Wilhelm. I've spoken to Fräulein Dr. Monson.
You spoke to her.
I'm free.
Free.
We get married.
Go.
Fräulein Dr. Monson has arranged everything. Of course, she still considers you a sick man, but not dangerous. She said she was madder than you, and she laughed.
That was good of her.
I've accepted a post as district nurse in Greenstone. We have no need to worry. All we need is to keep our love for one another. Isn't it wonderful?
Indeed, yes.
You don't sound very happy.
It just happened a bit unexpectedly.
Johann Wilhelm, we mustn't think just of ourselves. You are a chosen being. King Solomon appeared to you, revealed himself in all his glory, and confided in you the wisdom of the heavens. Now you have to take the way ordained by that miracle, turning neither left nor right, even if the way leads through disbelief and doubt, through mockery and laughter. The way leads out of this asylum, into the outside world.
The night's drawing quickly now.
I'll switch on the light.
Wait a moment.
You have tears in your eyes.
So have you.
Tears of happiness.
What's happened?
I stand with those bodies again.
Einstein's off again. Chrysler. Humoresque.